Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. Today's date is July 27th, 99. We are back here at Comiskey Park for another exciting game between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox. The New York Yankees come into this game a record of 63-34, and they are the number one seed at the moment in the American League. They do lead. They are number one, of course, in the AL East, and they do lead the Boston Red Sox by, let's see here, 13 minus 4 is 4 plus 6. They do lead the Boston Red Sox by 5 games in the American League East. The Chicago White Sox are 55-42. They're in second place in the American League Central, and they only trail the Cleveland Indians. Let's see. They only trail the Cleveland Indians by 3 games. So a lot can happen here. We still got a long way to go for the White Sox. Only 3 back of the Cleveland Indians in the AL Central. So both these teams, however, right now near the tops of their division, and this is going to be an important game here, of course, with board record, of course, at stake. The Yankees have a board record of 3 wins and 1 loss. The White Sox, a record of 2-1 on the board. But we'll see what happens tonight as we continue to move through and getting close to the end of July. Ben Witz and Brian B. are first to join us here at Comiskey Park. The Yankees historically won this game 5-3. Both teams had 10 hits and an error. But we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight. So hopefully everybody is set for a good ball game. Very important American League matchup. The Yankees, I said, right now the number 1. The White Sox are the 5 at this time, but long way to go yet. We still got 2 months of baseball to play. So let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox is James Baldwin. We've seen him before. 12 wins, 13 losses, a 5.10 ERA. In 99, we are at Comiskey Park. Neutral Park favors pitchers, 183 home runs, -2 to strikeouts, -2 to walks. So if everybody is set and ready to go, it is time to play some Inside Pitch baseball. And I'm excited to get this one going, so let's start it up. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman Chuck Knobloch. Definitely hauled a very good. 292 average, 18 homers, 68 RBIs. In 99. We're going to use black, white, and black dice. White Sox are the home team. Yankees trying to stay away, try to stay far away from the Red Sox in the AL East. White Sox trying to catch the Indians in the AL Central. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say for tonight. Baldwin, 4-1. It's a blank. Knobloch, 2-3. And it's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by Greg Norton. And Norton will take it up and throw to first for the out. Next batter is the shortstop, Hall of Famer Derek Jeter. Yes, one of the greatest of all time. 349 average, 24 homers, 102 RBIs. Some people say the greatest shortstop ever. Debatable. Baldwin, 3-4. Hit by pitch. No. Jeter, 5-1. It's a base hit. He'll hit that one past short. And Jeter gets on base with a single. Next up, the right fielder, Paul O'Neill, 285 average, 19 homers, 110 RBI. I saw Derek. You saw Jeter play in AAA at Columbus, Ohio. I got that beat. I saw Jeter play, when he was a rookie in spring training down here in South Florida. I beat that. Jeter on at first, and that's a 5, and he is going to. He had 19 steals. He's not going anywhere. O'Neill gets the hit and run, but he's going to swing. Baldwin, 1-5. That's a walk plus. That'll be ball 4. Jeter will go ahead and get to second base, and that will be a walk by Baldwin. He had 80 of them in 99. So now runners at first and second for the center fielder, Bernie Williams. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 342 average, 25 homers, 115 RBIs in 99. Oh, okay, fine. Whatever there been. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Jeter will stay put. Baldwin, 6-1. It's a blank. Williams, 1-6. It's a fly ball to center field. And that is going to be grabbed by Singleton for out number 2. Jeter, base runner 4, hit to center -1. That's good enough for me to roll it on the F2 to 3. And a 1-4. And let's see. Advances 4 to 6. And Jeter, since in my opinion, even though it says 4 to 6, the ball was though hit to center field. That would actually make him a 3 in that case, even though you're not supposed to use that rule. But I'm gonna hold him. I'm gonna keep him at second base, so he's not gonna go to third, and that's a second out. That'll bring up the New York first baseman, Tino Martinez, 263 average, 28 homers, 105 RBIs. Kevin Thomas joins us here at Comiskey Park. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Baldwin, 5-2, range play at the park. Comiskey Park, 4-1. That's a base hit. That's a single stretch to left field. That's going to be a range play for Brian Simmons. His range is a 3. And he's got it. Da-da-da, da-da-da. That would have scored a run for the Yankees. Heck of a play by Brian Simmons out there, and it will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the first. Nice play by Brian Simmons in left field to take away a single. That would have brought in a run. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees tonight, El Duque Orlando Hernandez. 17 wins, 9 losses, a 4.12 ERA in 99. Actually, I thought it was 2. I must have lost one, so now I'm back to 3, I guess. Leading off the bottom of the first for the White Sox, second baseman Ray Durham, 296 average, 13 homers, 60 RBIs that year. Hernandez, 1-4, error on a throw. Durham, 6-3, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. And that is hit to Ricky Leday. His error rating is an 11. That's an 11. He's going to throw it wide into the infield, and Durham's going to take second. That's going to be a single and an E7, as Ricky Leday will make a throwing error. With runners empty, he does throw the ball wide in the infield, and Durham will take second on the throw. First error on the Yankees. They did have an error in the game historically. So a runner on second here for the White Sox. And here's the center fielder, Chris Singleton, 300 average, 17 homers, 72 RBIs that year. Joel Turney joins us here at Comiskey Park. Strategy roll for Durham. He'll stay put. Hernandez, 5-3, range play. Singleton, 2-5. That's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Paul O'Neill. His range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. Durham hit to right. His base running rating will be a 5. So let's see if he goes ahead and will take third. And that's a 4-2 and hold 2 to 6. Well, Durham's a 5, so he will go ahead and hold 2 to 6. No, he doesn't. He stays. He'd have to be 2 to 6. He holds, so he does not go on that. So he'll stay at second base. So not deep enough apparently on the fly to right. So 1 out. And the next batter will be the first baseman, Hall of Famer Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt, 305 average, 15 homers, 77 RBIs. The Big Hurt. I'm sure nobody has a problem with saying Frank Thomas belongs in the Hall of Fame. Craig Scarborough joins us here at Comiskey Park. For those of you in the chat, Craig Scarborough's actually doing some inside pitch advanced games. All right, exhibition, but he's actually doing them like opening day and stuff for I believe it's the 1984 season. Please go check it out. He's doing a heck of a job. Durham on at second. Strategy roll, nothing on the 9. Hernandez, 6-1. Range play at the park. Looks like we're going to have another game of range plays. Comiskey, 5-1. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Jeter. Jeter wasn't that great in 99. His range is a 2. That's going to get by him. That'll be a base hit. Durham's got good speed. He'll go ahead and he'll come around and he will score. And the White Sox take a 1-0 lead. So the White Sox strike first here on an RBI single by the Big Hurt. And now the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez, 301 average, 30 homers, 117 RBIs. That was a heck of a year for him. Thomas on at first. Strategy roll. That's a 5, and he will stay put. Hernandez, 4-2. Possible error. Ordonez, 5-6. That's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Bernie Williams. His error rating is a 2. That's a 10. He'll make the catch. Out number 2. So 2 down there. And here's the first baseman, Paul Konerko, 294 average, 24 homers, 81 RBIs. I'm sorry, Frank Thomas is actually the DH in this game. So now 2 down, strategy roll, and nothing on the 4. Thomas will stay put. Not a problem there, Brian. Thank you much. El Duque, 4-1 against a righty. It's an automatic out. That's an 11, and that is going to be a fly ball to center field. And Bernie Williams will get to that, make the catch, retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox have a 1-0 lead here after 1. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Yankees will be their designated hitter, Chili Davis. Had a solid career, 269 average, 19 homers, 78 RBIs, and 99. Baldwin, 4-3 against the switch left. That's a walk plus, and that is going to walk Davis. Second walk given up by Baldwin. He had 80 of them in 99. Infield set for double play. Next batter is the left fielder, Ricky Leday, 276 average, 9 homers, 40 RBIs. Leday got the call for this game. Strategy roll for Davis, and that is a 3, and he will stay. Baldwin, 1-2, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck them out. First strikeout for Baldwin. He had 123 of them that year. Next up is the catcher, Jorge Posada, 245 average, 12 homers, 57 RBIs. Davis on at first. Strategy, they'll stay. Baldwin, 5-5, wild pitch. The 13 is too high. It's a blank. Posada, 1-6. It's a ground ball to short. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot Durham, a 0. 1-3. It's a double play. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play. Nothing across except the walk. We'll go to the bottom of the second, as they will turn the 2 behind Baldwin. Starting for the White Sox will be the left fielder, Brian Simmons. He got the call in left field for this game. I don't really know anything about him. 230 average, 4 homers, 17 RBIs in 99. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Comiskey Park. El Duque, 6-4. That's a blank. Simmons, 4-1. And that's a fly to center field. And that'll be an easy play for Bernie Williams. That's the 3rd straight putout he's made. 1 down. Next batter is the 3rd baseman, Greg Norton. 255 average, 16 homers, 99 RBI, 50 RBIs that year. Hernandez, 3-4. That's a walk plus. That 18 is high. Norton, 5-2, and he hits one into left. And Ricky Leday will make the play. I made a rhyme. 2 outs. Here's the catcher, Mark Johnson. 227 average, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. Hernandez will pitch. Hernandez, 1-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Johnson, 6-1, grounded to first. And Tino Martinez will make the play himself. And he'll step on the bag to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pale Hose, leading 1-0 after 2. Opens all packs of baseball cards and all that. I actually do know a couple of I do watch a couple of those channels where they open up baseball card packs and all that. Actually pretty interesting. I do watch a couple of those. Want to, guys, let you know that, of course, that thanks to you, for those of you that are playing the Inside Pitch Advanced beta, Chris Davis is making some changes to the game, so he's getting very close to finalizing it. Still got a little ways to go, but we're going to see the final version of it very soon. So keep on sending him any suggestions. He's listening. He is definitely listening and finding out things that he forgot. Top of the third. Leading off for the Yanks, third baseman Scott Brocious, 247 average, 17 homers, 71 RBIs, and 99. Baldwin, 4-5, walk, 15 is high. Brocious, 5-5, and against the righty, that'll be a base hit. He'll hit that one past third. A single for him, he'll get to first. Batter now is Knobloch. Knobloch is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Brocious had 9 steals. He's not getting one here. Baldwin, 1-1. Wild pitch. No, that 15 is too high. It's a blank. Knobloch, 2-3. And that's a ground ball to third. 2-2-3. Second base pivot. Durham, a 0. 1-3. It's a double play. They will get it. 2 outs. Around the horn. 5-4-3 double play. Second double play the Yankees have hit into already. Next batter is the captain. Jeter got a single his first time up. 1-0 in favor of the White Sox. 3 games back of the Indians in the American League Central. The Yankees, a 5-game lead on the Red Sox in the American League East. They are right now the number 1 seed in the American League. Baldwin, 3-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Jeter, and that will end the inning. Second strikeout for Baldwin. No runs and a hit. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Pale Hose, the shortstop, Mike Caruso, 250 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs, and 99. Hernandez, 1-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Caruso, 2-5, and that's a fly to center field. An easy play for Bernie, and he'll make the catch. Next batter is Durham. Durham got a single and got an extra base on an error and scored. Hernandez, 2-1 against the switch left. It's a blank. Durham, 5-2, and that's a grounder to second base, easily played by Knobloch. And he'll toss it over, 2 down. And here's Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 1. El Duque, 3-4. Walk plus. That's ball 4. He'll walk Singleton. So Singleton will draw the base on balls. First walk given up by Hernandez. He had 85 of them in 99. See, Hernandez can pitch to 28, and Baldwin can pitch to 26. So now a runner on, and here comes the big hurt. Thomas got a single his first time up. Singleton on it first, and he will stay there. El Duque will pitch. 3-5 against the righty. Strikeout. That will be high. Thomas, 2-5, and it's a grounder to short. That'll be easily handled by the captain. And he's going to throw to first to get Thomas, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. 1-0 White Sox after 3. On to the fourth. It will be Paul O'Neill leading off for NYY. He walked his first time up. Baldwin will pitch. Baldwin, 3-6 against the lefty. Strikeout. That's going to miss. O'Neill, 4-3, and it's a fly to center field. And Singleton will get to that one. And that is out number 1. Bernie is next, and he's 0 for 1. You may eventually buy inside pitch advance. Their eyes are bad, but it's way small on the cards. Watching a month's how you learn inside pitch. Don't worry, they're going because inside you're going to see a lot of games of inside pitch advance because this is probably the final season of inside pitch on this channel. We will be going inside pitch advance starting January 5th. And even though the seasons he has right now is 78, 84, and 2024, he told me he can create any season between 1940 and today. So whatever the selection show comes up with and the reveal show, he will make that season in time for me to start an inside pitch advanced replay starting January of 26. Baldwin will pitch. And, of course, that season should be made available for you to buy as well. 2-4. Pitcher result 3. And, yep, that's going to be an automatic out. And we're going to make that a 4. And that will be a grounder to first base. It'll be taken by Comiskey. He'll take it to the bag himself. 2 down. 2 outs. Here's Tino. Tino is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Oh, geez. I'm pretty sure. I guess glasses. I guess glasses aren't helping if you're having problems with your eyes. I'm very sorry to hear that. Baldwin, 1-4, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Third strikeout for Baldwin. The Yankees go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. I remember the first time I had to put glasses. I got to tell you, Brian B., I remember the first time I actually put glasses on my face, which was in 2016 or 2017. I always thought my vision was excellent, and it was back in the day. I remember when things were looking a little blurry for one day, and I remember when one of my coworkers gave me a pair of glasses to put on. And then I saw what happened when I did, and I actually started crying. Maglio Ordonez leads off the bottom of the 4th. He's 0 for 1. Hernandez will pitch. Hernandez, 1-2, strikeout, got him. That's a strikeout on Ordonez. And that's the first strikeout for El Duque. He had 157 of them in 99. Here's Comiskey. Comiskey is 0 for 1. Hernandez, 3-2, strikeout, got him. It gets Comiskey. Second strikeout for El Duque. Even with the -2 at the ballpark. Here's Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Hernandez. 1-4. Error on a throw. Simmons. 4-4. Grounded to second base. That ball is hit the knob block. His error rating is a 10. That's a 9. It's a wide throw. Martinez's range is a 4. He will make the play, but it will take him off the bag, and Simmons is going to be safe. It's going to be an E4. Second error on the Yankees as Knobloch throws it wide. And the batter now is Norton. Norton is 0 for 1. Simmons reaches on the second error for the Yankees. Strategy roll for Simmons. He'll stay put. Hernandez, 1-2, strikeout. No. Norton, 1-3. It's a grounder to second base. This time Knobloch will not have a problem with it. And he's got it. He will throw to first for the out and retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the White Sox couldn't take advantage of it. Still 1-0 after 4. Another pitcher's duel here on the network. I have glasses everywhere, by the way, Brian B. I have glasses everywhere. I have a pair of 2.5s, which I wear for computer, which I'm wearing now. And, of course, I have 2.5 glasses at work. I have 3.25 from my phone, from my cell phone. I have 1.25 for driving and 1.5 for my big screen television out here when I'm playing video games and watching a movie. So my eyes are a mess right now. And I blame, believe it or not, I blame technology for it. I blame the cell phones. And I blame computers, screens. That's why my vision went to hell. We go to the top of the 5th, 1-0 here. Chili Davis leads off for the Bronx Bombers. He walked his first time up. That's bad, Brian B. Baldwin, 1-3, strikeout. Called strike 3 on Davis. He got him. Davis is a 13, but -2 makes him an 11. And he got him. That's a 4th strikeout for Baldwin. Next up is Leday. Leday is 0 for 1. Baldwin, 5-2. Range play at the park. Comiskey, 3-6. It's a single plus to right field. Going after that is Ordonez. He was excellent. His range is a 5. And he's got it. 2 outs. He'll take a single away from Leday. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Maglio Ordonez takes a single away from Leday as he makes the play. 3 rhymes in a row. Here's Posada. Posada's 0 for 1. Baldwin deals 6-4. That's an automatic out. That's going to be a 12, and it's a ground out to short. Easily play handled there by Caruso, and Caruso will toss it over and retire the side. Nice job by James Baldwin today. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Hernandez back on the mound. Mark Johnson leads off for the Chi Sox. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, I know the font is a bit smaller in inside pitch, but I knew Chris really couldn't go any bigger, all right, without making the card pretty much too busy. Hernandez, 6-1. Range play at the park. Comiskey, 4-5. That's a single to center field, but it's a range play for Bernie Williams. His range is a 2, and he's got it. 1 out. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Bernie Williams turns that single to center into an out. 1 down. Here comes Caruso, flashing the leather out there in both outfields. Here's Hernandez. 6-2 against the lefty. It's a blank. Caruso, 2-1. Base hit for Caruso. He'll hit that one pass first, and Caruso gets his first hit of the game. Durham is next. Durham 1 for 2 with a single. Infield set for double play. Caruso had 12 steals. That's an 8, and he does not get the steal sign. And Durham does not get the hit and run. I'm going to go Orlando will pitch. El Duque, 1-4. Error on a throw. Durham, 1-3. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And O'Neill's going to get that. There won't be a throwing error. Caruso's not trying for second. And that will be out number 2. Here's Singleton. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 men down. Fans are at Comiskey Park getting a pitcher's duel with a pitcher with a 4.12 ERA and one with a 5.10. So combined ERA of these two is 9.2. Strategy roll for Caruso, and he gets the steal sign, but he'll stay put. Hernandez, 1-2, strikeout, no. Singleton, 3-2, powered into center field. That's a 4, and that's going to be a double. That's going to be a double for Singleton. Will it score Caruso? With 2 outs, his base running rating is a 5. 6-5. And let's see, that is 6-5, advances to center field. That ball was hit to center field. Caruso will come around. He will score. It's 2-0 White Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that'll bring home Caruso an advancement if the ball is hit to center, and it was. And that'll be an RBI double for Singleton. Now the batter is the big unit, Big Hurt. Not thinking Randy Johnson here. Thomas is 1 for 2. 2 outs, now 2-0 White Sox. Strategy roll for Singleton. He stays put. Hernandez will pitch. Hernandez, 2-4. That's at the park. Comiskey Park, 1-1, and it's a fly to left. Ricky Leday will come under that, and he will make the play and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits for the White Sox. Now a 2-0 lead after 5. Historically, there were 8 runs in this game. We've got 2. And the Yankees won the game historically. We go to the 6th, rapidly moving ball game so far. Scott Brocious leads off. He's got a single his first time up. Baldwin with the pitch. 3-3, strikeout, no. Brocious, 2-2, ground out to second base. Easy play for Durham. And over to first it goes. Knobloch is next. He is 0 for 2. Baldwin doing a good job tonight. Baldwin, 2-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Knobloch, 3-3, and Knobloch hits one into center, and that's going to go over the head of everybody. It's going to bounce off the wall. Knobloch has a double. Knobloch gets his first hit of the ball game. And here comes Jeter. Jeter 1 for 2. Knobloch on at second. Tying run now at the plate. Strategy roll for Knobloch. He stays put. Baldwin will pitch to the captain. Baldwin, 3-6 against the righty. Home run result against the righty. Jeter needs an 11. The 18 is too high. Jeter, 4-4, and he hits a deep fly ball to right field. Going back for that is Ordonez. He's going to be at the track. He'll make the catch. For out number 2, will Knobloch try to go to third. His base running rating is a 3 on a fly second to third, 6-2, and advances to center. If it's hit to center or right, it was hit to right field. Knobloch will get to third base. But now 2 outs, and here's O'Neill. I'll tell you, the inside pitch advanced type charts make this game even faster. Don't have to worry about adding or anything like that, really. And so since I'm kind of using inside pitch advanced charts a little bit for in design for regular inside pitch, I guess I can call this game inside pitched semi-advanced, something like that. O'Neill the batter, 2 outs. Knobloch on at third, and he'll stay put. Baldwin, 5-5. Wild pitch, and that'll score Knobloch. Baldwin almost got out of the inning, but he throws that one over the catcher's head. It's 2-1. Stadium groans. A wild pitch will bring in Baldwin. Now it's a 2-1 ball game. Baldwin will do it again. 1-3, strikeout, no. O'Neill, 1-6, and O'Neill keeps it going against the righty. He hits that one into the gap, and O'Neill's going to wind up at second. Here come the Yankees. O'Neill keeps the inning going. Here's Williams. So that means pretty much that Knobloch would have scored anyway. But 2 outs, and now Bernie the batter. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping Baldwin can get out of this. Strategy roll for O'Neill. He'll stay put. Baldwin, 3-6. 3-6 against the switch left. Strikeout, no. Williams, 3-6, and it's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Caruso. He'll take care of it. He'll throw to first, and they will get out of it. 1 run, 2 hits for the Yankees, and a wild pitch which brought in the run. We now go to the bottom of the 6th. First 1961, now that Reds left out, we need FastScore Advanced. Yeah. As much as I want to, as much as I hate to do this to Brian B., but here's the thing, Brian B. The Cincinnati Reds, utilizing my expanded playoffs, and due to FastScore, the Reds got left out of 4 seasons that probably would have made the postseason. 61, 69, 88, and right now 99, because I don't see them coming back here unless they go on a really hot streak. All right. 4 seasons utilizing my expanded playoffs, they were left out 4 times. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, though. My Mets got left out in 72. That was the only season that they probably would have gotten in if there was utilizing the actual standings. But sometimes it's the dice, But sometimes it's the dice, Brian B. Sometimes it's the dice, It's not, sometimes it's the dice. Maglio Ordonez leads off for the White Sox. He is 0 for 2. Sometimes it's the dice. Brian B., the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1988 won the World Series. In my replay, they didn't even make the playoffs. So, sometimes you get those outliers. Hernandez, 1-2, strikeout, no. Ordonez, 6-5. That's powered into center. That's a 13. Ordonez is going to have a triple. That goes into center, rolls all the way from Williams. Ordonez got good speed around second. He'll slide into third. That's going to be a triple. So big run at third base already. Here comes Konerko. And the Yankees will bring the infield in. Playoffs? What? Playoffs? You kidding me? Ordonez on at third. Strategy roll. He'll stay put. Hernandez. 2-2. Strikeout. No. Konerko. 1-2. And against the righty, infield in's not going to matter. That's going to be doubled into right. Ordonez will trot on home. Konerko goes to second. 3-1 White Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI double by Konerko. Yankee bullpen beginning to warm up a little bit. Here's Norton. Norton is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Infield is back. Now 3-1 White Sox. Bottom of the 6th. Strategy rolls are still on. Konerko stays put. El Duque, 6-6, error on a grounder. Norton, 4-6. Nope, that's a fly ball to right field. And that is going to be caught by O'Neill. Konerko, a base running rating of 1. Let's see if it was deep enough. 6-2, and yeah, it is. Advances to center or right field. It was hit to right. Deep enough. Konerko will go to third. So Konerko will make it to third base on the fly out, 1 down. Next batter is Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 2. Infield again is in. Konerko on at third, 3-1 White Sox. Hernandez will settle in. Strategy roll. Nothing. That's a 1. Konerko not doing anything. Hernandez, 4-1 against the switch left. It's a blank. Simmons, 5-4. It's a grounder to second base. Konerko's base running rating is automatically a -1 with the infield in. I'm not going to use the chart. To me, they would not send him. The throw will go to first for out number 2. Even though I have the infield in optional chart, which I have been using, but in this case, I don't think he had with regular infield in, there was no way he would score, so I'll still keep that. So 2 down. Here comes Johnson. XSG2 joins us here at Comiskey Park. Johnson is 0 for 2. 2 men down, 3-1 White Sox. Strategy, nothing on the 3. El Duque, 1-2, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck a mow, and that will retire the side. That is the 3rd strikeout for El Duque. 1 run on 2 hits for the White Sox, and they have a 3-1 lead after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Baldwin can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. He'll stay out there. Tino Martinez leads off for the Bombers. He's 0 for 2. Baldwin, a 3-3 strikeout too high. Martinez, 6-4. It's a grounder right back to the pitcher. Baldwin will get that. And over to first it goes, one down. Here's Chili. Chili 0 for 1 with a walk. Baldwin with the deal. Baldwin, 3-3, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Davis. And that is the 5th K for Baldwin. Doing a good job against this Yankee lineup. Here's Leday. Leday is 0 for 2. Baldwin settles in there. Johnson gives him the sign. Baldwin. A 3-4 hit by pitch. No. Leday, 2-3, and it's a fly ball to center field. Easy play for Singleton, and he will get to it. He makes the catch and retires the side. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Trailing 3-1 here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It will be our final game for the month of July, and that is July 30th. And that is July 30th. We're going to go to Turner Field for a National League matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Paul Bird will be going for the Phillies, and John Smoltz will be going for the Braves. The Braves, of course, right now lead the New York Mets by 2.5 games in the National League East. The Phillies are under 500, but not totally out of it. The Phillies right now, there are only 1 game under 500. I figure we're good enough to use them in another game. So we're going to see the Phillies and the Braves tomorrow night. Bird against Smoltz. That'll be tomorrow night here on the network. Our final game for the month of July. David Vega joins us here at Comiskey Park. Bottom of the 7th, White Sox lead 3-1. And let's see. Leading off for the White Sox is Mike Caruso. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Hernandez will be tired after 2 more batters. And they are going to let him pitch. So Hernandez will pitch to Caruso to start the bottom of the 7th. El Duque, 5-3, range play. Caruso, 6-1. Line drive right back to Hernandez. His range is a 4. He leaps but can't get it. It's a base hit. And actually, I'll roll this to see where it is. That's a 10, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. Actually, it's a range play, so really it doesn't matter. It's not really a base. It's over his head anyway. So we'll put a base into center. Doesn't matter. It's still a hit. So Caruso gets his 2nd hit of the game. And now the batter is Durham. Infield double play. Caruso on at first. Strategy roll still on. Nothing on the 9. Hernandez. 3-5 against the switch left walk. And the 11 is going to be too high. Durham. 3-4. And it's a grounder to second base. 1-1-2. Shortstop Jeter -1. So only a 1's a double play. And they won't get it. The only play they had was the first. So Caruso will get to second, and that's the first out. So Caruso on to second. Now a grounder to second. And now the batter is Singleton. Hernandez is tired. That'll be it for him. He will come out. So the Yankees will go to the bullpen. And they're going to bring in a new pitcher here. And coming on to pitch for the Yankees will be Jason Grimsley. 7 wins, 2 losses, save a 3.60 ERA in 99. Hernandez leaves with the L. Jason Grimsley can pitch to 6. And we'll see what we do here. So Caruso on at second. Grimsley, the new pitcher for the Yankees. Infield now back. 3-1 White Sox. Singleton 1 for 2, doubled and walked. Strategy roll still active. Nothing on the 18. Although Singleton does get the bunt sign, but he's going to swing. Grimsley 3-1, walk plus, ball 4. Just like that. Bringing in a relief pitcher, the first thing he does is walk the batter. So we'll walk there. And now here comes the big hurt. Thomas is 1 for 3 with a single. Infield set for double play. Grimsley got to be very careful with Thomas. Strategy roll and nothing on the 10. Grimsley, he will pitch. Grimsley, 4-2. Range play at the park. Comiskey Park, 6-4. It's a single pass second. That ball is at the knob block. His range is a 2, but at double play depth, it's a 1. He can't get it. Base hit past second base. Caruso's base running rating is a 4. That'll be good enough for him. He will score. Singleton to third. Thomas to first. 4-1 White Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! Another RBI single by Frank Thomas. And now runners at the corners with 1 out. Here's Ordonez. Ordonez got a triple his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Infield staying at double play depth. But now the White Sox lead 4-1. Strategy rolls are still active. And nothing on the 18. Grimsley will pitch. Grimsley, 5-3. Strikeout. Got him. That's a big K. Big strikeout for Grimsley. He had 49 of them in 99. 2 away for Konerko. Konerko 1 for 3 with a double. Now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. White Sox leading 4-1. Strategy roll and nothing on the 11. Grimsley will pitch. Grimsley 1-5. Range play. Konerko 1-4. That's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Bernie Williams. He's pretty much got to get this. His range is a 2. Nope, it's going to be a base hit. It's going to be a single to center field. Singleton will score. Thomas has a base running rating of 2 with 2 outs. Single to center, 3-2 on the chart. And advances 2-6. Thomas is going to be a base running rating of 2. He will get to third. 5-1 White Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Konerko. And now the batter is Simmons, and the White Sox beginning to pull away in this game. Konerko is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Grimsley trying to now just get out of this inning if possible, but now a 5-1 White Sox lead. Strategy rolls are actually now deactivated. Grimsley, 3-5 against the switch left. It's an automatic out, and that is going to be a ground ball to third, and that'll get picked up by Brocious. The throw goes to second to get Konerko, and that will end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, and a walk. And the White Sox now lead 5-1 here against the Bronx Bombers. We go to the 8th. Baldwin can pitch to one more batter before he tires. Jorge Posada is the leadoff batter for the Yankees, and Baldwin's going to pitch. You got a 4-run lead. Let's see what he can do. Baldwin will go ahead and he will deal. Baldwin, 1-6. It's a blank. Posada, 1-1. Base hit. Posada leads off with a single pass first. leadoff hit there for Posada. And now the batter is Brocious. And that is going to be it for Baldwin. Baldwin did his job, but they're going to go ahead and take him out. And they're going to go to the bullpen here to pitch to Brocious. Infield set for double play. They got right, and right coming up. So coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Bill Seamus. 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 3.75 ERA. Baldwin leaves with a W. And Seamus, he can pitch to 5. So Brocious leads off against Seamus. Nobody out, top of the 8th now, 5-1 White Sox. Seamus will pitch. 6-6, it's a blank. Brocious, 3-1, and against the righty, it's a base hit. That's a single past third. Posada will hold at second base. He does not have speed to get there. And now the Yankees start off with 2 straight hits. And now Knobloch. Knobloch 1 for 3 with a double. Fans here at Comiskey Park getting a little nervous. They really would like a big win here against the Yankees. Seamus will pitch. Seamus, 4-5. Strikeout, no. Knobloch, a 5-5. That's a ground ball to short. 2-2-3. Second base pivot, Durham, a 0. A 1-3. It's a double play. No. Posada will get to third. Brocious is out at second. Knobloch takes first, and that is a fielder's choice. So 1 out. Batter now is Jeter. Jeter 1 for 3. Infield's going to play at double play depth and try to turn the 2, although they're really not good at turning the 2. You know what? They're going to play the corners in. They're going to play corners in, which means if it's hit to first or third, the infield is in. If it's hit to second or short, it's a chance at a double play. So runners at the corners. Corners are in here. Seamus will pitch. 2-1. That's at the park. Comiskey Park. 5-1. That's a ground ball to short. That's a possible double play. 1-1-2. Second base pivot, Durham, a 0. A 1-2. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. What a play by the White Sox defense. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs, 2 hits for the White Sox. Calling the corners in, but leaving second and short at double play depth. What a great management call. You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jason Grimsley. Let's see. Greg Norton leads off. Grimsley got kind of hacked in the inning. They're going to yank him. They're going to go to a new pitcher for the Yankees here. So you got a switch, a left, and a left. So coming on to pitch for the Yankees is going to be Mike Stanton. 2 wins, 2 losses, a 4.33 ERA. Stanton will be the third pitcher for the Yankees. He can pitch to 4. And he'll pitch to Norton. Bottom of the 8th, 5-1 White Sox. Yeah, I know, right? Stanton, 1-1, strikeout, got him. He gets Norton. It's a good start for him. And that is the first out. Next batter is Johnson. And Johnson is 0 for 3. Stanton will go ahead and pitch. Stanton, 1-4 against the lefties. Strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Stanton. He had 59 of them in 99. And now here's Caruso. Caruso's 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Stanton will deal. Stanton, 6-1. That's a blank. Caruso, 1-2, and that's a grounder to short. Easy play for the captain. And he'll take his time and toss it over. And then the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Pale Hose. They lead 5-1 after 8. But will we see some 9th inning Yankee magic. The heart of the order for the Yankees, Paul O'Neill leads off. White Sox going to the closer. And the closer that year for the White Sox was Bob Howry. 5 wins, 3 losses, 28 saves, a 3.59 ERA. He's the closer for this game. So Seamus gives nothing, gets a hold. And now it's up to Howry to try to close the game out. He can pitch to 4. So here comes Bob Howry to try to close the game. John Haverly joins us here at Comiskey Park. 5-1 White Sox. 8 runs historically scored in this game. We got 6. Howry, 5-5. Strikeout 5. Cold strike 3 on O'Neill. Got him. Well, that's a big K right there. Gets the first out. O'Neill's a 7, -2, makes him a 5. That is a 5. He just got him. That was a beautiful pitch by Howry. 1 down. Here comes Bernie. Bernie is 0 for 3. Kind of think he's due. Howry will pitch. Howry, 3-5. Possible error. Williams, 3-2. Base hit into center field. Singleton's error rating is a 2. That's a 3. He bobbles it, but he'll hold on to it, and Williams will hold it first. So Williams gets his first hit of the ball game. As I said, he was due. And now Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 3. Infield set for double play. Howry trying to get this game in the books for the White Sox. Strategy rolls are off. Howry will pitch. 2-3 against a lefty. It's a blank. Martinez, 6-5. It's a ground ball to first. 2-3-3. Shortstop, pivot Caruso, 0. 1-3. This ball game is over. No. The throw goes to second to get Williams. They will get him out. The relay is not in time. Martinez gets to first, and that is out number 2. Could not turn the double play. So that's a fielder's choice. And now the last chance for the Yankees is Chili Davis. Davis is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs. Fans here at Comiskey Park on their feet. This would be a nice win for the White Sox against the Yankees. White Sox chasing the Indians. Yankees trying to hold off the Red Sox. We'll see what happens here. Howry gets the sign. He will pitch. Howry, 4-2, against the switch left. That is a strikeout plus 10. That is a 9. That becomes a 23. -2 is a 21. Swing and a miss. Right out. That's your game. White Sox will beat the Yankees tonight 5-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit. The White Sox will get the victory tonight. A 5-1 victory over the Yankees. With that win, the White Sox now go to 56-42. The Yankees drop to 63-35. Final line score coming up. For the White Sox, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Yankees, 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher is James Baldwin, a windup with the win. Orlando Hernandez, a loss. Seamus, a hold. And Bob Howry will get, well, there really wasn't a save because they did lead by 4. So Howry does not get a save, but he will get a hold. Nice win for the White Sox tonight. They definitely needed it. We're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Inside pitch. Most exciting tabletop baseball game you can play. Don't care about all the others. There's only one game I really want to play when it comes to baseball, and it's this one. Should have stuck with it in 1983. Who knows how that would have won. is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball, powered by FastScore Baseball. So a 5-1 victory for the White Sox in this game. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. July 27th, Texas at Baltimore. Rangers 8-11, that is 0. Orioles 9-23, that is 3, a win for the O's. Detroit at Cleveland. Tigers 8-45, that is 5. Indians 19-32, that is 6, a win for the Tribe. Seattle at Kansas City. Mariners 12-26, and that's 4. Kansas City 19-64, that is 12. Win that. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 10-52, 6 runs. Twins 0-65. Wow, 6 runs. They go to extras. Both teams roll a 4. Oakland is a 0. Minnesota is a 0. It's a tie, which means Minnesota will win by virtue of home field. Anaheim at Tampa Bay. Angels 15-11, that's 1. Devil Rays 10-23, and that is 10-23, that is 3. That's a win for the Devil Rays. Boston at the Blue Jays. Red Sox 9-43, and that is 5. Blue Jays 5-12, that is 0, and the Red Sox gain a game on the Yanks. Milwaukee at Atlanta. Come on, Brewers. Brewers 2-36, and that's 3. Braves 10-53, that is 7, and the Braves will win that. Astros and the Rockies. Astros 16-51, that is 8. Rockies 7-46, and that is 5, a win for the Stros. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds 12-23, and that is 4. Dodgers 8-21, that is 2, and that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs 6-65, and that is 8. Expos 11-61, and that is also 8, and they're going to extras. Cubs roll a 5, plus 2, plus 3 is 8. Montreal rolls a 6, plus 2 is 8. Wow, it's a tie, which means the Expos will win by virtue of home field. Pirates and the Mets. With the Braves winning, I need my Mets to get a win. Pirates 5-43, and they're not going to get it. It's a 4. Mets 9-13, that is 2, and we're going to fall another game back. Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins 9-62, that is 8. Phillies 8-21, and that's 2, a win for the Fish. Diamondbacks and the Padres. Diamondbacks 10-43, that is 5. Padres 6-41, and that is 4. That's a win for the D-backs. Cardinals and the Giants. Cardinals 11-24, and that's 4. Giants 9-11 at 0, and that is a win for the Redbirds. On to July 28th, Rangers and the Orioles. Rangers 12-54, that is 7. Orioles 11-53, that is also 7, and we got extra innings. The extra innings, I'm actually thinking that I don't think I'll start it. I don't know if I'll start it maybe later, but I'm thinking instead of rolling, whatever the extra innings are, just take I'll use the small dice that are automatically there. I'm thinking of just doing that. It can really speed things up if we go to extra innings. I just use the dice that are already rolled. I might just do that instead of re-rolling just the big ones. Rangers roll a 1, plus 2 is 3. Baltimore rolled a 3, and minus 4 is -1. That's going to be a win for the Rangers and extras. Greg Gorecki joins us here for some Fast Score Baseball. Don't worry there, Greg. You got plenty. You can always watch any one of my replays, and you'll get all the inside pitch action you can get. Yankees and the White Sox. Yankees 1251, that is 7. White Sox 663, and that is also 7. We got a tie, so let's try this. The Yankees, on the small dice, the Yankees rolled a 1, and -1 is 0. White Sox rolled a 3, and +2 is 5. I'm going to give the White Sox that win. I think I'm just going to start doing it that way instead of rolling everything. Detroit at Cleveland. Let the small dice decide extra innings. Let's see. Tigers 1246, and that is 6. Cleveland 1534, and that is also 6. So again, we use the small dice for extra innings. So Detroit rolled a 6, +1 is 7. Cleveland rolls a 4, and +0, and that's going to be a win for the Tigers in extras. Seattle at Kansas City. I just think that's a lot faster. Mariners 954, and it's really not going to change much. Mariners 9 get a 7, and let's see here. Royals 922, and that's 3. That'll be a win for the M's. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 1565, that is 11. Twins 966, that is also 11. Wow. Go to extras. Oakland rolled a 5. +0. Minnesota rolled a 6, +0, and that's going to be a win for the Twins in extra innings. Anaheim at Tampa Bay. Angels 612, that is 1. Devil Rays 1351, that is 7, and that's going to be a win for the D Rays. I just don't see that making much of a difference. Boston at Toronto. Boston 1344, and that is 6. Blue Jays 923, that is 3. That's a win for the Red Sox. Milwaukee at Atlanta. Come on, Brew Crew. Brewers 954, and that is 7. Braves 1561, that is 9, and the Braves win another one. Astros and the Rockies. Astros 2225, that is 6. Rockies 513, that is 1, a win for the Stros. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds 2616, and that is 6. Dodgers 554, that is 5, and that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs 925, that is 3. Expos 926, that is 4, a win for the Spos. Pirates and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Pirates 441, and that is 4. Mets 722, that is 2, and my Mets falling behind the Braves more. Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins 553, that is 5. Phillies 1034, that is 4. That's another win for the Fish. Diamondbacks and the Padres. Diamondbacks 823, and that's 3. Padres 263, that is 6, a win for the Friars. Cardinals and the Giants. Cardinals 833, and that's 4. Giants 944, and that is 5, and that is a win for the G-Men. On to July 29th, Rangers and the Orioles. Rangers 1114, that is 2. Orioles 1352, that is 7, and that's a win for the O's. Yankees and the White Sox. Yankees 1661, that is 9. White Sox 346, and that is 4. And the Yankees get the win. Seattle at the Royals. Mariners 1035, that is 5. Royals 941, that is 5. We'll go to extras. Seattle rolled a 5 +0. Kansas City rolled a 1. -5 is a negative. That will be a win for the Mariners. Astros and the Rockies. Saves the roll. Astros 1711, that is 1. Rockies 1125, that is 4. and that's a win for the Rockies. Reds and the Dodgers. Let's see what the Reds can do. Reds, 1143, that is 6. Dodgers, 433, that is 3. And another game belongs to the Reds. Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins, 932, that is 4. Phillies, 1425, that is 4. And they're going to extras. Marlins rolled a 2, plus 1 is 3. Phillies rolled a 5, minus 1 is 4. And the Phillies will get the win in extras. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 30th, our final game in the month of July. The Philadelphia Phillies will take on the Atlanta Braves. Paul Bird will be going for the Fightin' Phils. Hall of Famer John Smoltz will be going for the Braves. Big game for the Braves tomorrow. Still trying to stay ahead of my Mets. Interesting matchup, so don't miss that one tomorrow night at Turner Field. Phillies and the Braves. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Chicago White Sox give the Bronx Bombers, I should say they defuse the Bronx Bombers. The White Sox come away with a big win, 5-1 tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.